Welcome to Royal Lovers. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love to royalty. I am your host, Zayn. Now let's dive into the royal life of Queen Camilla, who celebrated her 77th birthday on July 17th, a day that coincidentally was also the state opening of Parliament. A day filled with pomp and ceremony, dripping in couture and diamonds. But if we dive a bit deeper, we'll find that Camilla, despite the outward opulence, isn't one to bask in the grandeur of it all. You see, Camilla is not one to relish these state occasions. In fact, her nearest and dearest would tell you that she'd probably opt for a quieter birthday celebration. But despite this, she never utters a word of complaint. Why, you might wonder? Well, it all comes down to her strong sense of duty, a trait that's particularly admirable considering she wasn't born into the royal family. She's a woman who has seamlessly adapted to the royal life, with a temperament to cope with its demands. And this is seen most clearly in her birthday celebrations. Rather than spending the day in personal festivities, she's out there at the state opening of Parliament, embodying her role as Queen. In the past year, Camilla's life has been a whirlwind of ups and downs. She's had to navigate the tricky waters of royal life, all while dealing with the worry of her husband's health. Yet, she's managed to do so with grace and strength, never letting her guard down, even in the face of adversity. As we delve deeper into her life, we see a woman of great strength, who despite the challenges she faces continues to fulfill her duties with unwavering determination. From her public appearances to her private life, she's a woman who's shown that she can withstand anything that comes her way. Indeed, Camilla's sense of duty and resilience are admirable, even when faced with the grandeur of the state opening of Parliament on her birthday. But behind the regal facade, Queen Camilla hides a deep worry for her beloved husband Charles. Imagine, if you will, the sheer shock and fear that the Queen must have felt upon learning about the King's cancer diagnosis. The world knew nothing of this private torment, for the monarch's illness was kept under wraps, a secret burden for the royal couple to bear. Camilla discovered the harrowing news during a weekend spent at Sandringham, the royal estate in Norfolk. It was a time for the couple to process the devastating news privately, to come to terms with the battle that lay ahead. Yet, despite the weight of this knowledge, Queen Camilla showed an unwavering commitment to her royal obligations. In fact, she insisted on fulfilling a long-planned engagement, opening a Maggie's Cancer Care Centre in London. Behind the scenes, Charles was embarking on a debilitating course of treatment, yet the public remained blissfully unaware of the Queen's personal struggle. With a brave face and steady voice, she spoke to patients, survivors, and grieving families. Her strength in front of the cameras was nothing short of awe-inspiring. A close friend of the Queen noted the immense courage it took for her to keep going, saying, "She didn't even blink. That takes serious guts." And indeed, it truly does. For beneath the Queen's composed exterior was a deep-seated worry for her husband. A worry that was more profound than anyone had ever seen before. A friend revealed, in private, people had never seen her so worried. It was a difficult time, one that tested the Queen's resolve. Her beloved husband was battling a serious condition, fighting for his life. It was, as the friend put it, hugely tough. Yet, despite it all, Queen Camilla remained steadfast. She demonstrated an extraordinary sense of duty, putting her royal responsibilities before her personal worries. Even in the face of such adversity, Queen Camilla stands strong, putting her duty before her personal worries. Her courage during these trying times, her ability to carry on, is a testament to her strength as a queen and as a woman. In private, however, Queen Camilla's worry for her husband was evident. Her friends, those closest to her, began to notice a change in her demeanor. Camilla, always the beacon of strength and resilience, was now visibly worried. It was a side of her seldom seen, revealing the depth of her concern for her husband, King Charles. The news of Charles's cancer diagnosis had hit them hard. Any semblance of royal detachment had evaporated. They were no longer just the king and queen. They were a husband and wife grappling with a life-altering diagnosis. The weight of their titles couldn't shield them from the human struggle they were now facing. Camilla's friends recount how she bore a grave expression, her normally sparkling eyes clouded with concern. The worry was etched in her face, a testament to the severity of Charles's condition. Camilla, always the epitome of grace and poise, had her resolve tested by this crisis. One of her friends candidly revealed, "In private, people had never seen her so worried. Forget who they are for a second. Look at it from a human level." Her beloved husband was facing a very serious condition, the battle of his life. It was hugely tough. Indeed, it was, but Camilla never faltered. She stood by her husband's side, providing him with the strength he needed. She carried on with her royal duties, all the while shouldering the fear and uncertainty that came with Charles's illness. It was a test of strength, and Camilla was proving herself to be a pillar of resilience. But this story isn't just about Camilla's strength. It's about the strength of their bond, their partnership. It's about the love that has weathered many storms, the love that remains steadfast in the face of adversity. It's a reminder that behind the royal titles and duties, Camilla and Charles are, after all, human. Their struggle is a testament to their strength and love for each other. Yet, Queen Camilla's struggle doesn't end with her husband's health. She finds herself in a constant battle, not with a physical ailment, but with the perceptions and opinions of the public. The struggle for acceptance, for validation, is a fight that she faces daily, yet it's one she confronts with quiet resolve. For Queen Camilla, the public eye is a battlefield of its own. It's a place where every move is scrutinized, every action dissected. The media can be a harsh critic, and the court of public opinion even harsher. There's an entire caucus of people on social media she knows, who use nasty terms and reference difficult times past. These are the ghostly reminders of a past she has fought hard to move beyond. This constant reminder, this incessant need for some to keep her tethered to a past she would rather forget, bothers Queen Camilla a great deal. She's perturbed that despite her efforts, despite her triumphs, there are those who refuse to acknowledge her victory. Her victory that was sealed, not with the death of Diana, but with her unwavering dedication to her royal duties, to her husband, and to her country. Yet it's not the past that defines her, but how she chooses to respond to it. And respond she does, not with bitterness, but with grace, not with anger, but with a quiet strength. She chooses to rise above the noise, the chatter, the discordant voices. It's a struggle, yes, but it's also a victory. A victory over the past, over the public's opinion, over the ghosts that refuse to rest. But it's not just a victory for her, it's a victory for every woman who has had to battle against public perception, against societal norms, against the expectations and judgments of others. It's a victory for every woman who has had to fight for her place, her voice, her right to exist on her own terms. Despite the public opinion and the ghost of the past, Queen Camilla strives to fulfill her royal duties with grace and strength. She knows the struggle is real, but so is her resolve, and that's her victory. Queen Camilla's journey is one of strength, resilience, and an unwavering sense of duty. From a royal birthday steeped in tradition and opulence to the startling revelation of her husband's health battle, she has navigated these tumultuous waters with a grace that is truly admirable. Reflecting back on her 77th birthday, Queen Camilla was, by no means, in her element. The grandeur of the state opening of Parliament was a far cry from her preferred way of marking another year, yet not a hint of discontentment marred her features. Her sense of duty, her devotion to her role was evident in her every action, every gesture. Then came the news that shook her to the core, Charles's cancer diagnosis. The facade of the Queen, the stoic figurehead, gave way to Camilla, the woman, the wife. Her world was turned upside down, but her strength never wavered. She stood tall, continued her royal duties, even as her heart ached for her husband. She displayed a courage that was nothing short of heroic. In the face of adversity, a lesser person may have crumbled, but not Queen Camilla. Her resolve was unbreakable. She was a pillar of strength, not just for Charles, but for the nation. In her, the people saw a queen who was not only royal by title, but by spirit and character as well. In the quiet moments away from the public eye, her worry was palpable. A loved one battling a serious condition is a fear we all understand. It's a reminder that beneath the crown and the title, she is human. But her worry never overpowered her sense of duty. she remained steadfast, her resolve unwavering, her spirit unbroken. As we look back on this chapter of Queen Camilla's life, we see a woman of extraordinary strength and resilience. Her journey is a testament to her undying sense of duty, her unwavering resolve, and her unbreakable spirit. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you, I am your loyal host Zane.